Hello, this is Charisse Mone't, and welcome to A Word on Books. As promised, as fast as I'm running through these books, I'm going to share my point of view with you. So thanks for tuning in. Tonight, I'm going to talk to you about a book by Stephen King, and it's called Finders Keepers. And it's funny because I was talking to a girlfriend of mine, and as soon as I said Finders Keepers, she said the horror book. And I was like, yeah, but this wasn't. It wasn't. And with Stephen King, I always think of horror. This one actually came out June 2015, and it was narrated by this gentleman named Will Patton, and it was 13 hours long. So let me tell you about Finders Keepers. One, pleasantly surprised. I like Stephen King. It can get a little complex. I just recently saw a movie, It, and it made me want to listen to some more of his books. I hadn't involved myself in Stephen King books in years. This particular book started out about a young man that was obsessed with this recluse writer. And pretty much the guy had written some books, brought a character to life, took him through life or whatever, and then kind of gave him a settled down like ending. And the guy was salty about it. He was like, yeah, my character wouldn't have done this, da da da. He got really caught up in the character. So he broke into the guy's house with two of his friends to confront the guy about him. And he had always been told that the guy had wrote additional books, but they weren't published. So him and these two guys robbed the guy. The guy had like a lot of money, and he had these books. So he ended up killing the guy. And then on top of that, he knew that the guys that he had with him, his so-called friends, he was worried that they may tell, so he killed them too. Well, this gentleman had a problem with drinking, and whenever he drank, he forgot what he did. So he stole the books, got all excited about it, went and met with a friend of his that kind of worked in the book industry or whatever, that he thought he could sell these books and unload these books for him black market style. Well, the guy was like, yeah, no, dude, what did you do? I know this guy is dead. You had to do it. Even if I was going to sell his books, I can't do it now. It's too much heat on the books. Catch me later or whatever. So the guy got salty, went out, got drunk, pretty much woke up in jail. And couldn't remember how he got in jail. And he thought, oh my God, I'm in jail because they realized I killed this guy. I robbed him, whatever the case may be. Well, what he ended up going to jail for is apparently he raped somebody that night and was drunk and didn't remember. However, before that, he buried the books and the money in like a backyard of where he grew up, his home. He ended up going to jail for 30 plus years. In the interim, what happens? Finders keepers. Kid moves into his house 15, 20 years down the line, give or take. Can't remember exactly how, but a long time. Guy's still in jail. Couldn't get out of jail, still in jail. And what kept him alive, or so he would proclaim, is the fact that these books came into, that he knew he had these books that he could read. He didn't care about the money, he just really wanted to get to the books. So the kid found the money and the books and used the money to save his family. And in the interim of using the money to save his family, he also had been introduced to this author in school and read the books and, you know, oh my God, this is awesome, love the author, whatever. So the criminal and the kid that found the books actually end up having a love for the same author. All the money ran out and things got tight again, and he decided, you know what, maybe I'm going to have to try to sell some of these books. Well, lo and behold, he ends up going to sell the books to the same guy that the criminal was dealing with before he got locked up, who immediately knew where the books came from. So, finders keepers. He found the books belonged to him. Now, what makes all of this interesting is that, as with all books, all of these individual pieces have to come back together, and that's what happened. The criminal ended up reconnecting with the book guy, reconnected with the kid that found the book, and it was amazing. it was interesting, as I said, my girlfriend Camille mentioned that horror, because as soon as someone says Stephen King, they think horror. But the funny thing about it is it wasn't. It was really just a straight up book. It wasn't clowns jumping out of sewers. It wasn't whole towns going crazy. It wasn't dogs losing their minds. It wasn't cars possessing people. It was just a straight up book about a guy that broke the law, hid some stuff. A kid found it. As he found it, he felt like it was his. It created a whole bunch of drama. The outcome of the book was amazing. It was a really good book. I would have to say that Finders Keepers by Stephen King, narrated by Will Patton, all, what did I say, 12, 13 hours? All 13 hours of it was amazing. I would give it 5 glasses. I would say cheers. That's a full bottle. Good job, Stephen. So it's definitely one that I would encourage you to listen to. If you're a reader, read it. It was easy to follow. The stories came together. It all made sense. It's a really good book. I enjoyed it. Again, shout out from Montgomery, Alabama, where I'm visiting my daughter. Hence, that's why you see no Wonder Woman stuff in the background. But you know me, I'm never far without it. My handy dandy notebook and my Wonder Woman Christmas tree sweatshirt. So thanks again for tuning in to Charisse Mone't, A Word on Books. I look forward to sitting down and talking to you and keeping you updated on books to read and suggestions, things to steer clear of. Without you, there is no me. Thank you for your feedback and your support. I appreciate it. Happy holidays to you, and I look forward to talking to you really, really soon. Again, as I read them, I'm sharing them with you. Thank you. Bye-bye.